this video, I want to talk about those unfinished projects. And I have several slow stitching projects that are on my desk that I would like to finish. And I don't know about you, but you might have some as well. And maybe you have supplies that you've purchased, but you've never gotten them out and made anything with it. And so I really, really want to focus the rest of this year in my craft room and in my projects of finishing up and allowing myself to have that feeling of accomplishment. So let's work on and talk about what is sitting around in your craft room or your crafting space. It could be a chair, it could be a basket. I don't know what it is. You may not have a whole room dedicated for your crafting, as some of us do. But at any rate, I'm thinking that if I finish up what I've started, instead of jumping from one project to the next project to the next project, it will help me mentally and emotionally and physically to feel more stable and more connected and have more self-esteem. Because when you don't finish things, you kind of feel like, all those loose ends, it really does stay in your subconscious. Now, I have started bigger projects that I did eventually finish that took me years. My quilt, for one. If you saw my series on the vintage hanky quilt, and it was documenting your travels, and then it turned into more of a spiritual focus as well. So I put some scriptural positive words on it as well. But I decided after that project that was going to be my last big project. It was just too much for me, and just was overwhelming. So I'm finally realizing and learning, if I put too much on myself, big expectations and big dream big, it's okay to go a little bit outside your comfort zone and make goals and make, small measurable goals that you can reach within a certain time frame. But if you take on a giant project, it can kind of make you get to procrastinate. You just start procrastinating. And then that spills over to more and more areas of your life. So I don't want that to happen anymore. So this series is going to be about using up your supplies and finishing up those projects. So here on my desk are 5 slow stitching sampler books. So this is the first one that I started, which was the pink one, which I absolutely love and all my customers love, and this is the most popular one that everybody seems to want. So I love this one. And then I went to my purple theme because that was my second popular color and theme in my shop. And so I started a purple one, and I have supplies for this, and that's available as well. But I hope that when you watch my videos, you will go through your supplies and get out whatever colors are your favorite and follow along with me. Yours may not be purple or pink or blue or whatever, but whatever it is, it could be a combination. Then, use that. Do that, and I was going to say, that doesn't go, and that doesn't go. And so that's why I'm showing you what I have, what I've started, and what I'm going to finish for the rest of 2025. So these are really pretty. This one had a lot of, started off with blues, and then somehow, I don't know how, I started getting more purples in there. This page here starting to come in with a purple. And then back to the blue, and a little bit more purple with, blue butterflies here, and then back to the blue. So I said, well, okay, I've already have these sewn in. I was debating, should I take them out and add them to my purple sampler book, but then I said, no, let's just leave it where we have it, and then we'll continue from here. And so that seemed to be a good idea. And so this one, I think, goes in my pink album, actually. Sampler book, slow stitching sampler. These are not albums, they're slow stitching sampler books. Okay, so I put that over there. And I don't remember exactly which page this was on, but I'm going to just lay it right here for now. Put this piece over here as well. And this is just to give me something to fill in this page right here. So what I was actually working on right now in this slow stitching sampler book is that page, but I want to just show you what I've done. And it's just this to me satisfies that desire of starting something new all the time. So instead of it being a bigger project, medium project, these are smaller, doable and easy to finish sizes, so that then if I decide on one page I want to do it like a crazy quilt, on the next page I want to do it like a certain quilt block, then it doesn't matter. I can incorporate the same styles that I would have done on something else into these pages. And that's what I love about this method. That's why it's called a sampler. It's not a stitching sampler. A stitching sampler is different, but this is a slow stitching sampler which combines learning your embroidery stitches, perfecting those, adding and building on that skill, and then also your quilting. So that's where basically slow stitching is like, I compare it to crazy quilting, because you put all different types of fabrics together. Sometimes they're the same color, sometimes they're not the same color. And so that's how I look at it, and that's what makes it's so satisfying for me. So that's what I like, and that's what I'm planning to do. So I just had these two pieces. I had this flower that I cut out, and I have a teapot that I cut out. Just put them here to see, how did they sit with me? Did I like them? And then if I like it, if I don't feel like I want to change anything, then I will actually stitch them down to the page. This one here, you can see all of my running stitches there. This one still needs to be done. So when I work on it, then that's going to start attaching these over here. So that's going to be a nice project. That's what I'm working on currently. And then this one here is just like, I have a beginning layout of what I wanted, and these kind of all got put together. So it's an orange and green theme is what I was going for in this one. I have not really decided. I am going to change that somehow, because what I have on my cover, I don't really feel like what I have on the inside on every page is matching up. This one, but I've got it pinned to this back here. I'm trying to figure out, where did I have the pin? I don't even see where the pin is. Oh, okay. It's when I pinned this. Oh, there. Okay, that got attached. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so this page I do like for this with the cover, but this one I don't like. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put it over there. And okay, so this so far, which is, I'm going to have to cut it down because it's too much. And I've got this all, that got pinned together as well. So I don't know what I did. You can see, so here's some orange and green here, this here, and then this back over here. So I don't know. I may start disassembling that. I have not really decided. So let's take this. And then this one, I really love the cover. Oh, this one I really love. This was my landscape. This is what I had decided this was going to be. So I did a little collaboration swap with my friend Linda Coker. So her and I sent each other some materials and themed, and this was one we made together, and then this was one. So she started it, I finished it up, and then the same thing what I sent her. And then this one I made for myself. This was the third one. And I can't even remember. I was supposed to send her another one. I think it was the nautical theme, and I don't know what I did with all that. So it is still in the works. Maybe one day. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I know she's not worried about it. So this is where I have it. What I did with this one. I love this. I love this was a butterfly pen that I had. And so this one doesn't have anything to do with landscaping, so it won't go in there because this is just going to be my landscape book. So I'm going to put that back over here. But now what I like about this is it gives me the opportunity to work on one and whatever, I do a little bit of work in this one, and then when I, feel like I've done enough in that book, well, then I can go to another one and another one. So having so many of them, and then if I get, bored in one, then I can go over to the other one. But I like the continuity of having the same theme going on. Coloring, this gives me an opportunity to use every color that I have in my fabric stash. And I just like that. I find for me it works really, really good. So I hope that this has given you motivation to finish up those projects that you started but you haven't finished, and to practice your embroidery stitches and do your slow stitching and have a good time. So my videos are going to be focusing on that. I know I still have the placemat series to finish. So that one, I will get back to it eventually, but like right now, because I kind of got bored with that. So now I'm going to go back to my slow stitching sampler books and work on these for a while. So I'm going to bring you along with me on that journey. So I have been through some healing issues. I had an injury, and we're still trying to figure out what caused the injury because of how it occurred. And I know as you age, you can injure yourself sneezing, throw your back out, blowing your nose. I mean, I don't know. So it sounds funny, but it actually happens to people. So that's it is not funny when it happens. But at any rate, so I am on light duty. I will put it that way. So probably for another rest of this year, probably. But I'm slowly getting back to where I can do a little bit more myself around the house. I still have to have a friend come over and help me do heavier lifting things, so that it's not putting more of a burden on my husband. So that's working out really good. And she lives 3 minutes, literally 2 blocks over, across the street. So that is actually, it worked out really, really good. So I am also feeling much better. The grieving process after losing my mother May 11th of this year, I'm feeling better and better every day. So there's weeks will go by and I do really good, and then that cycle comes back around, you get a little bit more emotional, and then you have to go through that, allow that all to come out, and then I feel good again, and then I go back. So I know that's part of what's going on with my body, is that I just need to allow this give myself space, give myself time. Don't think it's going to be all set and done. You know, it's going to take time. And my cousin lost her mother in I can't remember if she told me 16 or 18. And she says that even now, that she will have moments where it just comes on her. And so, you know, just allow it to happen, allow it to come up, and then, you know, go on. So, but anyway, so this is what I wanted to bring you along and let you know what I'm going to be working on, what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to try to find some really fun things to incorporate into these pages and into this project and into slow stitching. And adding my little embellishments that are in my kits. I think that's going to be part of it, so that it gives you all ideas too, because I know a lot of you that watch have purchased my kits, but I want you to have ideas for your own inspiration, if it's junk journaling or whatever it might be, to be able to add some fun little twists along the way as well. So thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next Slow Stitching Sampler series of using up what we have in our stash and finishing those projects. And it's okay to switch things up and change things up and go from one to the next, but as long as I want to, you know, keep finishing everything. All right, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me. This is a crafting haul that is from a lady's garage sale and some more from my mother's house. So it's all a combination, but I just wanted to share and show you these beautiful laces and textiles. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this lace here. Isn't this beautiful? Plenty of this to go around and share it with my Etsy customers. And now this is a whole bag of doilies. Okay, where's the opening to this thing? No idea how long these have been in here. Okay, wow, these are all large, quite large. Let's get one out. Nice. And I actually love to use these in my slow stitching, and I just cut, you know, in between the stitching here, and it stays together. I've not had it come apart, so I will be incorporating these somehow into a project. All right, here are lots of sheer organza and netting. Okay, so I'm going to just go through. Isn't this pretty? This is very beautiful iridescent. That's a piece I cut off, a larger piece. More netting and cream and white, purples and pinks. Aren't these beautiful? This is really pretty. There was not a whole lot of this. Just love this. It has a pink silver sheer. More netting, larger and smaller holes. This is a quilted piece. There must be a pin somewhere. Here we go. And so this is a little difficult to stitch through. I have a piece that's just solid white. And so we'll figure out how to incorporate that. So here's a lot more of this. I'm already putting this in customer orders. So if you order from my Etsy shop, you will be getting some of these new goodies. Okay, this is a more solid white organza I love. And then this was a really nice embroidery piece. So I'm going to do some embroidery stitching with you. It's already printed on here. So we're just going to embroider this together. I think that will turn out really to be a fun project. This is some just solid white cotton fabric. Now, this was something I was excited about because one of my friends, Linda Coker, here on YouTube, Icky Chic, had a project with quilting blocks, and she was talking about this ticking fabric, and I'd never heard of it. And then lo and behold, if there wasn't some of it in this little stash here, so I am so excited, and I'm going to start incorporating that into a project and make some quilt blocks. And then here's some all different sizes and colors that I will also be adding to orders for my shop, for my customers. Beautiful. This is like a, I don't know if this is a felt or a flannel or a really thin batting. I hadn't figured out what it is exactly yet. And then this is more beautiful fabric. And there's more, there's more, there's more. Okay, let me move the scissors out of the way. I gotta drag this box over here because I have an injury and I can't lift anything heavy yet, so I'm having to slide everything. So slide all this stuff back over here, and I can slide this over. Okay, look at this beautiful lace. Love it, absolutely love it. I wonder if it's the same thing as this. Yes, it is. Huh, okay. That was from my mother's stuff she had, which she got from a neighbor. Okay, this is my old stash of stuff. This is my other stash of stuff. Okay, now these are the new laces. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at how beautiful these are. Just love them, love them, love them. And this came from a lady who was 90 years old, out of her sewing room, and then she gave it all to a friend, and that friend called my friend, and then we went over there and brought it all to my house, and then I got to go through it, and I get to pick out what I wanted. So she let me keep all, I didn't want, there was dark laces, but I didn't want those. I just wanted the light colored laces. I can use those in my projects. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at all of these. Beautiful, delicious, yummy. Oh, I'm so excited with these. So these are going to be in projects that we're going to do here together on my channel. So stay tuned.